It's made my writing so much quicker. Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing all right. Thank you so much for coming back for some more thesis adventures with me. I'm now at the point where I am about 2/3 of the way through my literature review, and something that I've been asked by so many people is how do you organise and read research papers? So I thought that would be what I would talk about today, because I have a system, of course, and it is really easy to do, and it saves so much time. Okay, so much time. The one regret I have about this system is I wish I'd started it during my first year of PhD. So if you are early on in your PhD or pre-write-up or even pre-PhD, like if you're an undergrad student, this type of spreadsheet will save you a lot of time, and it just makes life easier. Life is easier. So during my PhD, I have read hundreds and hundreds of papers, and the way I saved them during my PhD was in folders on my computer. So I had folders for each subject area, and then if I found a paper that was related to that subject area, I would simply download it into its matching folder. So I have a folder called Papers. Then within that folder, there are folders for different topics, and the raw papers are saved into these different folders. So that's been the system that I've worked with throughout my whole PhD. I also use Mendeley as my reference manager tool. I haven't tried any of the others, so I don't know if it's better or worse, but I find Mendeley really good because it allows you to have an insert in Microsoft Word where you can really easily put your references into your writing. So Mendeley has been the tool that I've always used, and I would recommend. So if you're looking for a ref manager, Mendeley. So what I would do is take my papers from these folders and then simply download them into Mendeley. And then what that does... Can you hear that? I'm so sorry, I'm in the loft and there's like birds running across the roof. Birds. So I would take the papers that I've downloaded and open them up in Mendeley, and then what Mendeley does is it formats these papers into a reference for you. So it's really nice, really straightforward, and something that you can easily do as you go along with your project. So it came to my lit review and I was like, okay, I've got hundreds of papers here that I've read, and I now need to summarise these in context of my work. And you know when you're a bit like, oh, this is so overwhelming, there's so much out there. So I was like, right, how can I make this a little bit easier for myself? So I went to my old favourite, Microsoft Excel, and I made this spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet has a few different headings in it. The first heading is your reference, and this is where you will copy in your citation for an individual paper. The next heading along is the section of your lit review where this paper will go. So what I've done here is use my thesis plan from the last video for all of those lovely subsections that we came up with, and I've designated papers to certain sections. What this means is you can sort your Excel by this column and it will group all the papers together that are in the same section of your review. The next section along is the key points from that paper, the key summary of why it's important to your work. And this is the last thing I write when I'm reading a paper, just a single sentence to sum up why it's important for me and my project. The next column, we have key points from the paper. This is where I will write their notes, which I'll go over in a second when I am reading. And the last column is critiques. So if you're reading the paper and pick anything up which you think you could be a bit critical of, or you could use in your discussion, I'll do a whole other video on discussion, don't worry, then you can make a note of it in here. So you have this nice setup, and the first thing I would do is go through the papers you already have and copy their citations into the spreadsheet. So this is why I'm saying I would have loved to have done this from my first year of PhD, because then I would have had this master spreadsheet that I had all of my references in with all my notes. Whereas for me, I don't really make notes on papers as I go, which is something I really do regret. I read papers and then sort of take in the information and I'm like, oh yeah, I can remember like the key message of that paper. So when I see the paper come up, I'm like, oh yeah, I know where that's going to go, but I don't have any note of like the really specific details of that work, I have to go back to the paper and like reread the methods again or go over the results again. It just takes so much time. So that's why you should start this spreadsheet as soon as possible. So yeah, I'd start with putting in all your citations from the papers you've already saved throughout your PhD or already read throughout your PhD. Then add in all your other references you might find from reviews, other research articles. And the great thing about this spreadsheet is that whenever you find a new reference and you think that could be important for my PhD, you can just copy the citation and add it into your list. And you've definitely then got the citation saved, and it's not gonna like just drift off into nowhere and you're like, what is that paper? You can save it really, really quickly and then come back and read it later. So once you've got your citations and they've all been assigned to different sections of your lit review, what I then do is I work through my review a section at a time. This is the way that I like to work. I find I'm much more focused if I'm just like zoned in on a single aspect of my research, because otherwise it's just too much. So I will then organise my spreadsheet by that second column, so everything is grouped into the different subsections that I need. And then I start the writing process, working through a section at a time. I will pull up my spreadsheet on half of the window, and then in the other half, I will use this to look at the citations for that section. So if I already have them saved, I'll pull up the PDF. If I don't, I'll go to Google Scholar and download the PDF. And then what I do is I make notes on these papers in that fourth column, the column where it says key points about the paper. I'll read through the paper, and for some of these I've already read them before, so I sort of know what's coming and I can read them quite quickly. And I make shorthand notes of key things that I know that are going to be important for my lit review. And using this method, I find that I am really selective with what I'm putting into this key point box. I'm not writing every single thing in there. I am just selecting the bits that are going to be important for me. It takes me probably about 25 minutes to half an hour to go through a paper if I've already read it. If I haven't read it, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But it's just a case of going through and making those notes. If you come across any criticisms in that time as well, this is where you can add it to that final column of, oh, they used this mouse model, which we know isn't very good, or something like that. You can then just add that as a quick note. But really focusing on the one paper at a time just makes things so much easier. Once you've read the paper, got your key points, I then fill in that middle column to say what the key message is of that paper. So I just write a sentence and then I move on to the next paper in that section. So per section, you may have 5 papers, you may have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, lots of papers. I'm not sure, it depends on how big the section is that you're writing. I try to break things down into as small a subsection as possible, and I read all of the citations that I have for this section because we've already scoured the internet for all relevant up-to-date citations here, which was in my previous video. And once I've read all of the citations for one section, made these brief notes, got that key summary sentence, I will then start to write, and I will write that section out using the references that I have already read. I think this way makes it so much easier to write because you're really focused on that section. All of the papers you've read and are really fresh in your mind, and you've extracted all of the key points that you need to potentially mention in your work as well. So this is the way that I've been doing it, and I found it really useful. So what you should have ended up with here from this video is a spreadsheet of all of your citations that have been organised into the different subsections of your lit review. And as you go through this lit review, you can read them, take out those key points, write any criticisms you may have, and then sum up each paper in a single sentence. Give it a go because it's made my writing so much quicker. And now with hindsight, if I'd actually just been doing this since my first year, I would have filled in the majority of these citations already. So definitely start as soon as possible getting that spreadsheet on the go for your research papers. And it is just a really great way to keep on top of them and get that key information all organised under one roof. So now I am over 10,000 words into my lit review. I think I probably have about 4,000 or 5,000 words to go. I will keep you posted on how that is going. My next video is going to actually be on how to be productive when writing. Over the past couple of weeks, I have written so much more than I had done previously, and that was because I changed a few things about my routine and it just made me like so much more productive. So come back next week for a video on a few things that you can change in your daily routine to get them words done. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you for more thesis tips, thesis writing, Julia being like, what am I doing with myself type of thing, you know. If you have any questions, as per always, you can comment on this video, or you can catch me on any of my social media channels. You can just direct message me and I will hopefully be able to help you with any queries you may have. But again, thank you for watching, and also thank you so much for all your support with these videos. It's really hard writing a thesis. You are quite alone and quite isolated, so it's really great to have this like virtual community who are all like cheering me on. So I really appreciate that. You are all amazing, and I will catch you next time.